What's up, y'all? Good morning. Well, you know, it's here, and I don't think you ever really understand the scope of the size of something from a spec sheet, but it's big. And I was worried about him coming down here, but he's like, no problem. We drive right down there, no problem. So we're fixing to get this thing off the truck, and then we got to get it up the driveway. Look at this thing. It's as wide as the street is. Woo, boy. Let's see how this goes today. This is going to be exciting. All right, y'all, we made it to the driveway. Got us down the road with no problem. Didn't tear the street up at all. Gidget's actually picking all the wood up, putting it back on the trailer. Zach's going up, grabbing some parts. We gotta kind of strategically put this up there because once it gets up there, I don't think nothing's gonna get around it. So we're probably gonna spend 30 minutes or so trying to get this worked out and then see where we end up. Looks like it's above this coupler, maybe. Almost looks like it's like right here or something.
That's what I just tightened up. Dude, that thing's loose again already. So this thing is twisting it. The hose has got it in a bind and it's twisting it loose.
Yeah.
That's way tighter than that needs to be, but clearly not. See what we do now.
Got a couple little leaks so far. We're just getting started. I mean, this is the rock that we tried everything to get out of here. It wouldn't budge. And we got a long way to go, but it does a pretty good job. As far as breaking it, does a pretty good job. It's not nearly as effective when it's not, you know, exposed.
Yeah.
Go up there and hit some of that, see what happens. I mean, anywhere down in here, any of that stuff, all this stuff, just break it all up, and then we'll have to stop and start moving stuff.
Yep. It's a loop, so you can run it backwards and it just doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Left on the switch.
Well, hopefully pretty soon we won't be standing on this. We'll be standing a road down of whatever breaks off this thing. But it is shaking the ground. I mean, this thing got power. You're pretty close to the edge right there. Well, I can tell you one thing. It works. Take us the week, but it's going to be harder to move it out of the way than it is to actually break it up, I feel like. Yeah, that one basically fell off immediately. Hey, could you put the bucket in here and just kind of pull some of this rock out of here away from him so we can see where it is? For some reason, when this thing's on hammer, for some reason it moves these lines so much that it loosens them up, like a lot. Like it, all of a sudden, boom, it'll just start pouring fluid out of it. So we got to figure out what we can do about that. That's for sure.
It's the same line.
And it was a whole lot better
when we moved it that way.
When we moved it that way.
We need to bungee cord these together.
Yeah, I think we need to somehow turn this hose like
that way.
Yeah, I don't know. that's it for today. I'll probably make this a one-day video. Maybe the next couple days we'll do something different with that. But yeah, so obviously we got this machine, which is massive. We had a little help today. My buddy Pat came, and once Zach got he went and got a hydraulic hose made for us this morning, because we went this morning to try to do that. And yeah, we didn't have the end. They weren't sure about what we needed. So he actually ran down, got that done. Zach put that back together. He ran rocks around after that, while Zach basically was kind of trying out the hammer. I dug holes with this, made a pass through here with the dozer this evening. Had Gidget come and help us this morning. We definitely needed all hands on deck to get that thing from the road, that they could drop it to the driveway. Luckily, the driver was super cool. He wasn't having no part of dropping it way out there. He drove it right in here. We had a little bit of tracking on the road, which you guys have seen. Yeah, other than that, we had some growing pains today with the machine. Brand new machine. They've never had a breaker on it. They've never even used one of these brand machines before. I actually looked heavy into JCB when we were buying this little guy. Just decided against it. But so far, that thing was like, I mean, from the outside, I ran it down the road just for a second. From the outside looking at Zach, it looks like a big old Cadillac. I mean, it's got all kinds of crazy stuff on the inside. It's super. But yeah, so we had a lot of help today. A few growing pains, a couple hydraulic leaks. They weren't sure exactly how they were going to do that. We brought the bucket up here for that this evening. We are going to swap the bucket over. Not sure when that's going to happen, but we're definitely going to try it. So far, we feel like that machine's going to make some short work of some rock. We definitely very little time on that breaker today, and that thing was crushing the rock. So let's hope that we can get where we need to be by the end of the week. So we're out of here. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow, creating a lot more substandard YouTube content for y'all. So with that being said, we're going to get out of here. Go home, eat some dinner, chill out for a while. But we'll be back tomorrow. Y'all have a great night. I know we will.